These people are on demon time. If you have not noticed yet, they are on demon time, male or female. Demon time. Hi, you guys. How are you doing? All right, here we go. Narcissistic psychopaths and narcissists. For this tape, we'll just call them narcissists probably most of the time, or psychopaths, depending on what you're dealing with. I want to warn you about something that I noticed really about in 2011, 2013, but now it's more broad spread or more widespread. Essentially, it is predators. I mean, straight out predators, demonically possessed. If you don't want to use the term demon, that's fine. Psychopaths, very negative people that are not good, all right? And they are posing as... This is a warning tape of narcissistic, psychopathic coaches, mainly male from what I've seen. There could be ones that are female as well, but we're going to talk about the males in this one, that are literally preying on women, hunting them. They know who you guys are. They are on demon time. These are wicked ones. These are very wicked, dark people. These guys are almost in the category of what I call the destroyers, right? What's happening is you have women who are going through a very vulnerable time. These are women who are very sweet, empathetic, very intelligent. Women who, in many cases, are independent or, like I've made reference to in earlier tapes, have their own businesses or have a job or take care of themselves to the best of their ability. Have some sort of stability or groundedness, emotional or mental groundedness, intelligence, etc. You have men that they know all about you guys, okay? Because these are psychopaths. And you got to remember, we already know, psychopaths study information, tapes like these, in order to gain data and information of learning new tricks of the trade. So they want to know what you guys know, and they want to know what you guys know so they can overcome it, like in sales, overcoming objections. This is something I started to notice before I became a sociologist, when I was simply very interested in the topic of psychopaths and narcissistic psychopaths. Around 2011, around 2013, I was listening to some different speakers on very popular speakers. They had coaching programs, some of them, they wrote books, they had groups and things like that. And I was interested in their topics and maybe left a few comments, intelligent comments. And before you know it, that turned into a Facebook ad from that person. And I was like, wow, that's cool. I mean, at first, that was nice, right? You like a video. It's a very, in this case, I'm not going to say the name. Why? But this is a phenomenon. This isn't just one person. And so he likes my comments. Okay, cool. All right. And now he adds me on Facebook. Nice. And before you know it, it turns into him saying, oh, you're very intelligent. Oh, you're so beautiful as well. And, oh, by the way, I'm coming to, to my state. And, how about we get together for coffee? And how about we discuss these things? And how about we, whoa. Now, it's fine to flirt. And it's fine to get to know someone, but I could tell that he was a predator. I could tell that this man was a psychopath who seeks to devour. And, these men understand that you guys are sweet, loving, empathetic, intelligent, emotionally grounded, emotionally stable. For the most part, many of you are financially stable or have been or will be financially successful. They understand all of that. They know who you guys are. They understand that you guys have been taken for granted in some cases or vulnerable, but mainly that you're going through a tough time. And maybe at the moment you don't have certain resources, you don't have certain groups of friends, or maybe you lost a close family member who was a support, someone that you would lean on to for support. And so you look for information and you see someone who might be very attractive, or maybe you probably weren't even looking at them like that. They're just somebody who has information. And all of a sudden it's like he's talking to you, right? He understands you so well. And oh, I hate these guys, man. These type of guys. These predatorial coaches are simply looking for new sources of supply, and with this audience of women who are seeking information, they have hit the gold mine. They have hit the jackpot. Just think about it. You have an unlimited supply. Keep in mind, they don't need to have a ton of followers, right? 500 followers could equate to 20 or 30 women who are new sources of supply for them. They're exploiting them because they know that they are vulnerable, and that they're in a state where soothing words and, you're so beautiful and I can't believe a man like that didn't appreciate you and you're worth so much more. And they'll typically run into a scenario in which they see it as, wow, he totally gets it. He understands me. He sees my worth. He sees my value. He knows me so well. They may even start to believe that this was the one that was sent from God or the universe. This is the one that I was supposed to be with. Maybe this is the reason why I went through this hard time, is so I can meet this brilliant, empathetic, loving, warm man who understands me, who's meeting me at this tough time, and now we can be together and we can stop. He's setting you up. If there is a man who is within that field and he is not, he's been in the field for a while and he's not married or in an established relationship like him and his partner, and they're the ones that are doing coaching together and you know who they both are, etc. You'll notice that most of these men, they haven't been in an established relationship like pretty much ever, right? Where are the women? What do they not? So they like women. They talk about how they got hurt by a woman in the past who was a narcissist, right? It sounds more like, we'll talk about that in another tape. And they were hurt by women that were narcissists. We don't know much about the story. They typically don't go into much detail, okay? And that was, let's say, 15 years ago, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago. And since then, he just became a coach. That's all he wants to do, right? Never talks about wanting to settle down, start a family. He's just happy with coaching, right? Something's off. When he starts to give you special attention and starts pushing the envelope a little bit. For instance, maybe you guys have a coaching call or you guys have a session and he invites you out to lunch, free of charge, right? Or he extends that call. Or maybe he doesn't even ask you to sign up for a session. Maybe he just starts corresponding with you. Like in the scenario I posted out earlier, maybe he just invites you to little Facebook groups or something like that, little groups online. You're like, oh, okay, that seems fine, right? Maybe, you guys start talking on the phone and sees it as he might sell you on some scenario like, well, you're healed. Basically, you don't need any of this stuff. Okay. Yeah, he wants to remove you from the population of people that are in that group of people that are potentials, and he wants to get you away from them. What's going to probably end up happening is after he's done abusing you, is he's going to act like you didn't exist. He's going to block you. He may even come up with stories of certain women who wanted more and wanted a relationship. And he's not the type of guy that would want to get into a relationship. He's a professional and, don't listen to what you... Don't let them do what they want to do, which is essentially they see women like this as scraps, and they now know your weaknesses. They know, unfortunately, when a narcissistic psychopath knows that you are susceptible to a narcissistic psychopath, guess what? Their eyes light up. Their eyes light up because they know if you fell for one, they can get you. And it actually becomes a form of a competition for them because deep down they're competing with that other alpha male, which is how they see it. The goal is to stop you from ever becoming an alpha female. We'll talk about that. Another thing to keep in mind is sometimes they may have good information because they are narcissistic psychopaths. And so they can give you little bits and little doses, but also remember there is the concept of spiritual legalism. To a certain extent, they are telling you who they are. They're telling you who they are because they're trying to set you up for a trap down the line. Do not let these people be the ones that deliver the final blow. Do not let these people be the ones that deliver the final blow. All right? Talk to you guys later. Have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.